Stoicism is a powerful ancient philosophy that has experienced a modern revival, and for good reason. At its core, Stoicism is about mastering the mind, cultivating inner peace, and living with integrity, regardless of external circumstances. Unlike many abstract philosophical systems, Stoicism is deeply practical. It's not just something to be studied, but something to be lived. Founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium around 300 BCE, Stoicism was later popularized in Rome by thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Before we dive deeper, if you're finding value in this video, take a second to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss out on future insights that can help you build better habits and master productivity. Also, if you know someone who could benefit from this, go ahead and share it with them. It might just make their day. These figures weren't ivory tower philosophers. They were statesmen, slaves, and soldiers. Their teachings emerged not from quiet contemplation alone, but from lives filled with adversity, political chaos, personal loss, and profound responsibility. Their goal wasn't to escape life, but to engage with it more wisely and virtuously. Let's break down Stoicism into its three fundamental principles. A philosophy that emphasizes virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature. At the heart of Stoicism lies virtue, not in the moralistic or judgmental sense we sometimes attach to the word today, but in the classical sense of excellence of character. For the Stoics, the highest good was not pleasure, wealth, fame, or even health, but it was living a life of virtue. That meant acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These four cardinal virtues were not abstract ideals, but the foundation of a good life. But how do we achieve virtue? Through the use of reason. Human beings, the Stoics believed, are rational animals. It is our ability to think, reflect, and choose that sets us apart. To live well, we must live rationally and in harmony with our nature as thinking beings. That means examining our desires, questioning our assumptions, and aligning our actions with our values. Living in accordance with nature doesn't mean hiking through the woods or going off-grid, though it might include those things. Rather, it means recognizing and accepting the nature of the world and our place within it. Nature, for the Stoics, was governed by reason and order. Everything happens according to a rational structure, even if we can't always see it. Our job is not to resist the natural flow of life, but to live in harmony with it, to accept things as they are and act wisely within that framework. So, when a Stoic talks about living according to nature, they're talking about living with integrity, in accordance with reason, and aligned with the fundamental truths of human existence. Focuses on what is within your control. Perhaps the most famous Stoic teaching is this: some things are up to us, and some things are not. This simple statement, found at the beginning of Epictetus and Enchiridion, captures the essence of Stoic thought. It draws a sharp line between what we can control and what we cannot. You can't control the weather, other people's opinions, or the outcome of an election. You can't guarantee success, prevent aging, or stop death. But you can control how you respond to those things. You can choose to act with patience, courage, and calm. You can choose to focus your energy where it actually makes a difference. This distinction is incredibly liberating. It frees us from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable. It teaches us to invest our energy where it matters most within our own minds and behaviors. In practical terms, this means that instead of obsessing over whether your presentation will impress your boss, you focus on doing your best. Instead of worrying whether someone likes you, you focus on being kind and authentic. Instead of stressing over traffic, you work on cultivating patience. In each case, the focus shifts from outcomes to actions, from results to responsibility. This approach doesn't make you passive. It makes you powerful. Because by focusing on what you can control, you reclaim your agency. You stop being tossed around by external events and start anchoring your life in your own choices. Emphasizes accepting what you cannot control. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or detached from life. It's about learning to meet life with equanimity and resilience. One of its central teachings is the concept of a morphati or love of fate. This doesn't mean blind acceptance or resignation, but rather a profound embrace of reality as it is. When something goes wrong, Your flight is delayed, your car breaks down, or you lose a job, Stoicism encourages you to ask, is this within my control? If the answer is no, the next step is to accept it fully and respond wisely. This acceptance doesn't mean you don't feel frustration or sadness. It means you don't let those feelings control you. You recognize them, allow them, and move forward with clarity. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reminded himself that events are neither good nor bad. They simply are. What matters is how we respond. This radical acceptance is not passive, it's active. It requires strength to accept illness, injustice, or loss without bitterness. It requires courage to let go of what you wish had happened and instead deal honestly with what has happened. But this acceptance is also the path to peace. As Epictetus wrote, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Imagine the mental energy we could save if we stop fighting reality. Imagine the calm that comes when we no longer resist the present moment, but meet it with a steady mind. This is what Stoicism offers. Not freedom from difficulty, but freedom within difficulty. Stoicism in daily life. You don't have to be a Roman emperor or philosopher to practice Stoicism. In fact, Stoicism is at its most powerful when applied to everyday challenges. In traffic, instead of raging at the jam, you practice patience. You can't control the delay, but you can control how you spend the time, maybe listening to a podcast or taking a moment to breathe. In relationships, when someone insults you or lets you down, you reflect. Is their behavior within my control? No, but your response is. You choose whether to retaliate, forgive, or move on. In work, when a project doesn't go as planned, you focus on the effort you gave, the lessons you learned, and the character you displayed. The Stoic life is not a withdrawal from the world, but an engagement with it, clear-eyed, calm, and courageous. It's about showing up, doing your best, and letting go of the rest. Why Stoicism matters today. In an age of anxiety, distraction, and constant change, Stoicism feels more relevant than ever. Social media bombards us with comparisons. News cycles trigger outrage and fear. Consumer culture tells us we're not enough unless we buy more, do more, or become more. Stoicism offers a counterbalance, a call to simplicity, to groundedness, to inner strength. It reminds us that happiness doesn't come from things outside of us, but from how we think and act. It challenges us to live by values rather than by moods. It teaches us to be resilient, self-aware, and focus on what truly matters. And perhaps most importantly, Stoicism gives us the tools to navigate life with grace. It doesn't promise that things will always go our way, but it does promise that we can handle whatever comes our way with wisdom, courage, and peace. In summary, Stoicism is more than an ancient philosophy. It's a timeless guide for living well. It teaches us to strive for virtue and excellence, use reason to make wise choices, focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, live in harmony with nature and with ourselves. Whether you're facing personal challenges, professional setbacks, or just the ups and downs of daily life, Stoicism provides a steady compass. As Marcus Aurelius put it, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on habit formation, productivity, and personal growth, make sure to subscribe and join our community. Your support helps the channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who might need it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.